Peace, 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 and welcome to the new format, Certified Bohemian. It's a pleasure to be in the space with such great folks. Great Queen is on today. Piath, how you feeling?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Happy to be here.
Yes. First of all, I want to say Happy Black Future Month.
Happy Black Future Month.
Exactly. It's the shortest month, but it's the greatest month. You feel me?
Best 4 weeks ever.
Yes, yes. So on Certified Bohemian, this is all about having conversations and connecting that masculine energy with the so special feminine energy. And it's a pleasure to have you on as our first guest. So once again, welcome. And I'm excited to get into this conversation. Are you?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so happy to be here. King Kuma, all these beautiful people. I'm
Yes.
excited.
Just smiling every time I see that melanin, that skin. This is a perfect way to bring in the month.
Yes, it is. We say Happy Black History Month for the rest of my life.
Exactly, exactly. I love this because we're going to have it's not it's a little casual, but it's also we got to get down to business too. So, you ready to jump right in?
Sure am.
Okay, cool, cool. So, we will start off right away. This question is for those who don't know, you have a storied career in STEM. What makes what you do creative?
Well, thank you so much for the question. My name is Paith Philemon. I am a STEM educator and also a current PhD student, and as well as a creative founder who is deeply committed to building systems that are both rigorous and sustainable. So, what makes my stories and my career in STEM, what makes me creative? Well, I am from the newest country in the world, South Sudan. Shout out South Sudan. And at its core, my STEM problem solving skills and also my creativity is what really helps me reimage what's possible and accessible, especially in education right now. But I don't see it as just one linear track. I am all about the equations, the labs, the technical problem
Yes.
solving systems, and then I'm about human design. What aspect can we include with the human aspect, but also including diversity and including minorities in everything that we do.
Yes. That's very important in such a technical field, right? You think about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Very serious, right? And sometimes it could be a little intimidating if you don't know what the field is about and everything that it encompasses. You feel me? But I love it that there's creativity included in that. And you, I feel like, are definitely a creative and have artistry running through your bones, through your veins, you feel me, through the blood. So to be able to include and incorporate that creativity, that artistic touch, you feel me? I think it takes that to the next level, which is great. So thank you for sharing that part about what you do. Um, let's see. So we're going to jump right into the next question here. As a man entering this conversation, I want to ask, how do you define yourself beyond your work or public identity?
It's a great question. I don't really like to be boxed in with the narratives or as well as titles, but I am deeply rooted in my community and my faith. I'm someone who believes in building things as well as my commitment to my work. I'm curious, I'm reflective, I'm deeply rooted in outcomes and as well as like whether through education or whether through my career field or my creativity, I show up for people and as well as that's an outcome of showing up for myself.
Yes. Yes, 100%. And I love if we could do a little rewind real quick. The whole point about not being boxed in. Talk to me a little bit more about that because that's very important too. I would say me as an artist, as a creative, even as an entrepreneur, doing a lot of different types of things. I don't
Yeah.
like boxes. And from a very young age, I've always been like, don't put me in a box. We're not going to do that. Get this dance is what I say anytime anybody tries to put me in a box. So tell me a little bit more before we jump to the next question about why you don't like being put in boxes, especially being in STEM and doing things from a creative standpoint too, as it involves STEM.
Again, deeply rooted in my spiritual faith, also my discipline, and then my curiosity, my tenacity, my creativity are the reason why I know I have never liked being boxed in. Where God gives one, two gifts, He gives many four, He gives another 10. So outside of my academia, my creative work as well, through branding, through fashion, through media, keeps me connected to who I truly am and my embodiment. So even with my current work that I do right now through STEM, I structure it so that it not only gives an opportunity for others to be imaginative, but also be culturally rooted. So I would say never be boxed in. You have many talents to hone in on, and you have many aspects that you can be creative in. One thing that I've also learned in the industry is that you you can learn one thing and get good at it and keep practicing on that. But another aspect that I challenge to that is you can definitely use your creative passions and still excel and be super talented in many areas as well. So get to know yourself, practice all of your talents, and continue to just push them forward.
Exactly. See, that's why you Queen P. You feel me? I love that. That's exactly what we need to be hearing more of, right? We're definitely not a monolith. So we need to have more of that. Thank you. Let's see. So, Black women and femme identified folks are often architects of culture and care. How have they shaped who you are?
Hmm. How
Black
have
queens.
feminine energy shaped or challenged me? So I'm a Black woman in STEM. There's so many challenges,
Come
but
on now.
I've also had to learn that my softness and my intellect are not opposites. They are complementary. So very early on, there's pressure, of course, and this continuous pressure, but not to allow that to harden myself or to be taken overly serious. So over
Of
time,
course.
I've just realized that my feminine energy, my intuition, my creativity, the way I carry myself, my intelligence is part of my brilliance. So I no longer separate the two, and I own who I am, and that is who I connect to and bring myself to in every room authentically. And even in academia and my creative words world, I, I, I am the beautiful femininity that is both the strong and as well as the soft. So that's how I would answer that.
Come on now. Come on now. That duality, right? It makes me think of yoga, right? And yoga being a practice where if you are a practitioner or a yogi or an observer, you know a lot of the things that's included in the practice, right? There's yin, yang. In real life, we say up, down, ebb, flow. There's always a one, two, right? To your
Right.
point, duality is very important. And I think that we need to start having more conversations about that duality because we can do more things at once,
Hmm.
right? You feel me? So we're going to talk about that. Let's see. Um, can you name a specific woman or femmes who taught you how to listen, feel, or create more deeply?
This was a question that was very interesting for me, and I had to reflect a lot about it. I think every woman and femme that came before me is the reason why I'm here and are part of my creative process.
Yeah, yeah.
There's I got to give all flowers to all of them that came before me. They're currently beside me, and they're gonna come after me. Mainly, importantly, because they've done so much work. Even the ancestors have done so much work.
Come on now.
Women in my life have done so much work to create the lioness that I am here, and I am literally the incumbent of all of their hard work. And so those are who inspire me most importantly to never give up the fight because there's so much work to be done and there's
Exactly.
legacies to be born
Come on
after us.
now.
So we got to keep the fight and keep the persistence.
Exactly. And you know what, Queen P, I love the fact that you brought up that. I'm going to do a shameless plug real quick. You used You use lioness, right? So that's a bar, first of all, and also a plug. Reminds
Yes.
me of our great lioness who we had on for season one of Libations. You feel me? Just such a feminine force. And we can even talk about the fusion of that feminine and masculine force together. Being a lioness is very important when you think about the entire continent of Africa. You think about the animals, the kingdoms between the animals and the humans, right? That duality. It's important to have that femininity, but also when you have that masculine piece to everybody, folks who identify as a man, folks who identify as a woman, in between, and everything else as good, right? You feel me? That balance, it's good, but for lioness, right? As being a lioness, that means you're not playing with it. You
Yes.
feel me? And it's an energy that is so beautiful, that is rooted in love, that's rooted in so much culture, and you definitely got it.
Thank you. A lioness is the pride gets to decide when the lion comes to coexist with them. Other than that, they travel as a pride. They rely on each other and they grow together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. I'm so happy that we're having this conversation. This is needed. And then during Black Future Month, yeah, I'll
Yep.
take
So
more of this.
needed. This is so powerful for me. Just so
Yeah.
inspiring, and definitely needed conversations within our own community, and then just letting that exist externally as well. It's so needed, and just stamping it within time is something we
Yes.
look back on and be so excited that we did.
Yeah. 100%. How has the relationship to your own feminine energy been shaped or challenged by the world we live in?
Um, it's been challenged because I have been pressured, just like we were talking about how we harden ourselves sometimes. In that hardness, I've been able to bring my femininity, but most importantly, to show up with myself authentically. So being honest and having my voice in academia has allowed me to be able to speak up for many people that
Come on
are
now.
not really included in these conversations, and most importantly, even in these offices as well, to showing up and being the only minority in the group or the only Black woman in the group. I think it's the hardships do encourage me because it kind of puts a battery on my back because, oh no, we're not about to do this. We're
Exactly.
watch this dance, catch the dance, like Khumas says.
Get this dance.
There's nothing that comes easy, and good things don't come easy is what I continuously practice and what I kind of grew up in thanks to my parents. Here there's so many challenges here in America, but even though we're here, I thank my ancestors, I thank the gods, I thank my creator for choosing me, and also just emphasizing the challenges. God doesn't make mistakes.
Come on now.
To challenge him, to question yourself or to question your abilities is to tell him that he made a mistake and God doesn't make mistakes. And so all of these challenges are really just rounding me into becoming the person who I truly am destined to be. And the challenges do remind me that, oh, I'm supposed to be exactly where I am right now.
Exactly.
Oh, I got even more work because there's no reason why I should be getting this much pressure or static, right? And I'm trying to do good. So I'm only just more confident in who I am every time.
Exactly. I love
That's
that.
the thing.
Definitely confident in who you are, and you can tell having a conversation with you physically, even interacting with you digitally across socials. It's not just you. There is a force that is moving within you, that's coming from inside. That's not just you. That's not just Queen P. That's God. That's spirits. That's
Yes.
ancestors.
Yeah.
So if anybody think they're gonna play with it, meet these ancestors. You feel me? And that's what
Exactly.
we gotta that's what we gotta get back to. You feel me?
Meet these ancestors exactly.
Exactly. I was on online and I saw a video. I don't know exactly what commencement it was for, but it was Maya Angelou, right? Dr. Maya, excuse me, speaking that good speak talking that good talk. You feel me? And she said when she go into rooms, she's not going into rooms by herself. And I've said this before, but I'm going to continue to say it. She said, I'm calling on the ancestors. If it's Harriet, if it's Toussaint Louverture, if it's Patrice Lumumba, if it's Marcus Garvey, if it's Malcolm X, she said, come on in the room with me. Come on, auntie. Come on, great grandma. Come on, uncle. Come on, dad. Whoever
Yes.
who has been here before us, come on in. And you're walking in with your ancestors. You feel me? So you're not alone. And that's that energy, right? So when people do want to play with it, we conjure up those names and those folks, and they're gonna all get this dance.
I'm telling you, that's exactly how I definitely feel. And obviously, flowers to Dr. Maya Angelou, who literally
Yes.
paved the way for many of us. But in those instances, too, I welcome my ancestors. God, I bring you into this conversation. I am ready fully lead the conversation, speak for me, speak eloquently,
Come on.
where I have no words, because there will be times where you don't have words, but it'll be the ancestors that are
Come on now.
over. And I've situations like that. It was like, oh, hold on, this is my flesh wouldn't have never responded this way. However, I know who'd responded in such an eloquent way, who blessed
Exactly.
through it.
Exactly. 100%. I love that. Always will include the ancestors. We need to do more of that. So I'm here for that always. Are there moments when you consciously protect or prioritize your feminine energy? If so, what does that look like to you?
Are there instances where I protect my feminine energy, and if
Hmm.
what does that look like? Um, so for me, I protect my feminine energy continuously, holistically.
Come on.
I really like to spend a lot of time with myself. That's what, and I'm gonna reference Sadhguru, who is a Buddhist who practices a lot of the inner work. And
Come
so
on.
one of the main things that I've been practicing, aside from my family, my mother and my father instilling inside of me, the internal engineering. That means that that's doing the self work.
Come on
That
now.
that is not running away from any of the pain. Just again accepting the duality of all of you are the good and the evil, the beautiful parts of you, the femme, the masculine. And that's the internal work that I do a lot. So I tend to spend a lot of time myself in my creative work, right? And sometimes when I'm not able to find a community that does do the creative work, I'm like, I'm going to create that community.
There you
And
go. I've seen it.
I'm going to build that for myself and for other people. Mentorship wise as well. If I don't find a mentor within the area that I'm looking for, creativity, career wise, academic, spiritually, community wise, I'm going to be that mentor, and
Exactly.
I'm going to create that community. So that's how I honor myself. I always honor the things that I aspire with, because every day we wake up with talents and ideas, and it's not just by our own doing that we wake up with these ideas in ourselves. It's God, it's our
Come on
ancestors,
now.
it's them planting a seed saying, get up, it's time for you to go and do this. Or you don't think that idea came from us?
Okay.
Or you don't think that spiritual work came from us? So it's time to get into work and to be that person. Before you even find that person, we'll lead you to that person first of all.
Come on. A good lead.
Yes,
That
exactly.
guide.
Yep,
You feel
exactly.
me?
Be who you are and you'll find your people. So that it starts with the inner work and the internal engineering for me.
Yes. I love that. And it's very important about getting that inner work done, right? Doing that, what I like to call too, that shadow work. When you go inside, one of my favorite scholars and historians is Dr. Kaba Hiawatha Kamene, and he talks about people always centering and giving praise to, which is fine, the evolution of things. Excuse me, which again is great. But what I love about Dr. Kaba is he talks about doing the inner work and not evolving, but involving, going inside. When you go inside, it's almost like we're traveling to the ancestral plane and Wakanda. You feel me? Fictional, but also real at the same time. Vibranium, or maybe we're talking about cobalt, continental extraction from Congo. And when you go back inside, you see the remnants and the conversations of the people who came before us, who walked in South Sudan, who walked in South Africa, who walked in Ghana. You feel me? The point of no return, who walked in Accra, who walked in Guinea, who walked in Congo, again, who walked in Benin, all the way over to the West in Haiti, in Dominican Republic, in Cuba, in Louisiana, in Chicago, and here in Minneapolis, the Get This Dance city.
Mm,
So going back inside and having that conversation is going back to that ancestral plane. So I love that you connect God, spirit, and ancestors again, because we are nothing without those entities. You feel me?
yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you said,
Yeah. I
shout
love
out
this.
Kaba.
Name an instance where the world around you did not feel like it handled you responsibly. How did it make you feel, and how did you navigate it during that season?
Because this is going to live on for many, many years, and this is going to be a stamp in time where young people will also be viewing us, also be seeing how we respond and seeing how we are having this conversation. I would want to keep it abstract, right? But I also want to
Okay.
keep it authentic.
I got you.
So within that maturity, I think about the seasons as well as how the seasons of public perception kind of didn't reflect the fullness of who I am.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think about that in my creativity. I think about that in professionalism, where again, you are not respected or you are not fully seen for your gifts. But we are overly qualified
Come on now.
and can be and are the best. Put us in a room again, we're going to be the hardest working people in that. Excuse my language.
Do your thing, baby girl. Ain't no excuse, nothing up in here. Do your thing. Say what you want to say. This is a space for you. We ain't doing none of that.
I think even in those moments and seasons where we're challenged or where public perception does not reflect us, I learned the importance of grounding myself further in truth rather than the noise. And I get excited. I love a good challenge.
Come on.
I absolutely appreciate when somebody doesn't see my capabilities right out the gate, because now that just removes you, filters you out of the way for me.
Exactly.
Because I believe in every black person. I'm rooting for every black person, especially when they're in spaces where they close the door on us. And so again, I pour into other people that look like me to stand in their truth and drown out the noise. Staying in community, staying disciplined in your work are two of the areas that I really do believe in. I don't really believe in misunderstandings do require reaction, but more of alignment, for
Come on.
example. So when it comes to social media, it's about alignment. It's about the impact.
Come on.
That's the most important part of it. Is you're not doing this for just yourself. You're doing it because there are other people that are watching. There are other people that are inspired. There are other people that are waiting for you to win. And
Exactly.
those that energy will bring them forward, drawing out the noise. All of that yip yapping and against the divisiveness of other people, it's just not really, we don't have room for it at
We
all.
don't have room for that. And we're
Yeah,
not doing that.
we're not doing it at
Excuse
all.
me.
Yeah.
Let me clear my throat. As they say in hip hop, real quick. And you talked about the roots, and I'm looking at this beautiful bracelet that I have on. Shameless plug. Feel me, dripping root. Okay, first black owned.
Yeah.
Okay, juice bar in Minneapolis. Get this dance. We just getting this dance all the way around
Mm,
these parts. You feel me?
no
South
kidding.
Sudan. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, come on.
And we
Show them
got
bracelets, baby.
a bracelet.
Yes,
It is
show them the original people.
from our rooted ancestors in Puerto Rico.
Come on.
We got one from Brazil, from
Come
my
on
sister
now.
Mariani.
Come on.
Okay. We got East Africa on our wrists.
Come on now.
Right now, we miss South Sudan because I didn't gave so many away at
Come on.
this
But
point.
we here.
And it's free Palestine, free Congo, free
Come on.
South Sudan,
Free Haiti
free Haiti, till the death of me.
and free Minneapolis. Because they've been playing here.
Mm.
You talked about also noise before we jump to the last couple of questions. You talked about noise and what it reminded me of, because we live in an age and we are also in an era where people be playing with it. on socials. And sometimes you got to tell people, okay, you want to play with it, you about to get this dance. Not from me, but from the ancestors. You feel me? And
Yes.
that's when I feel like I have to show up as a guy. You feel me? As a man, as a masculine guy, to say, we are here. I'm here specifically to protect the queens. We're not playing them games. But when you talked about noise, it reminded me of one of my favorites, a mentor, a great, such a staple in music, sports, entertainment across so many different types of fields and areas of focus. His name is Guru, Jay's personal engineer of 30 plus years.
Yes.
Guru and Ninth Wonder, who is one of the greatest producers of all time, talk about getting and rising above, really staying to above the noise. That's what they say, because there's a lot of noise out there, right? A lot of tracks and artists are putting things out. So it's about, okay, we see and we are listening to everything that's out there, but sometimes it is a lot of noise. But
Mm.
us, as the gatekeepers of these industries, different types of industries and fields, we have to say, okay, what are we going to do to rise above the noise? And even bringing that back to you in the field that you're in with STEM, bringing creativity back into it. There's a way to rise above the noise in STEM, to rise above the noise with creativity, and also say, we're going to rise above this. Like Maya Angelou says, still I
Yeah.
rise, and still you're going to get this dance.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes. I
listen,
love that. Still we rise, but still you gonna catch us dance.
exactly.
So I think that is such a pivotal thing to just be in the space of and to hear from leaders and as well as people that pave the way is the noise is only there. It's just again, what you water grows, what you starve dies.
Yes,
That's the that's what that reminds me of. And the noise has no room for your growth at this time.
exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're talking, and if it's a fire, we're going to put it out with that ancestral libation. You feel me?
Yes, and I also just want to just give you your flowers as well for continues to show up for Black women, Black creatives, just Black art, Black everything, and just the way you honor us, the way you show up for us, the way you love on us. I'm without words. Most importantly, I just wanted to say thank you. I give you
Listen,
so much gratitude.
of course, it's my pleasure. That's that Shaka Zulu in me. You feel me? That's that Marcus Garvey in me. I'm not playing with
Yes.
it, not playing with it, not playing with
Yeah.
it. That's really that John Jack Dessalines. That's that Haitian root in me. I'ma always do it. I'm a Pan African. I love my Africans no matter where we at, and the continent, and America and Europe, no matter what. So I'm gonna do that regardless. You got it, Queen. We're gonna move on to these last couple of questions. The next one is: as a woman, what do you wish people, especially men, okay, especially the brothers, okay, better understood about feminine energy and how to best show up for Black women and femmes?
Mm,
Tell the people what you need them to know.
wow. When I think about that, I think about how in the 70s and the 80s and also the 90s, so women were obviously in the forefront as well, but men were protectors, they were guides.
Facts.
And there's one thing I would want them to understand is that in order for a woman to be in her fullness and her femininity, a man has to allow her to be in that femininity first, and they have to show up in their masculinity. And we love the duality aspect too, but in order for a woman to be feminine, you have to be protective, you have to be guiding, and you also have to honor her. Those are the three steps. And even then in my life too, for me to show up in my femininity towards a male or towards a man, I have to be allowed to exist in my femininity first. That means that I can't operate in my masculinity as well. So that looks like the what's that terminology they when a woman is always just getting things done herself? I forget the term, but I only just relate it back to allowing a woman to be in her feminine energy by showing it up wholeheartedly and holistically in your masculinity.
Yeah, for sure. It reminds me of, and I'll probably think of the term later,
Yeah.
but one time I was watching a documentary and there was a great scholar, Dr. Shirazad Ali, and she talked about even being on during the times when we were enslaved, right? There's a lot of other great parts of history that we have when we did amazing things. And we are still currently doing a lot of amazing things now, and we'll be doing more amazing things in the future. But doing a little rewind, you feel me? Talking about the women, right? The enslaved African women, not slaves, but the enslaved Africans. There's a difference. We were never slaves, they were enslaving us, right? But talking about the women on those plantations having to show up and being dominant and being dominary, because what did they do? They took the buck. They took the strong 6'2 plus big brute black African guy and tried to strip him down to the very bare bones. And when that happened, you talk about the duality, right? A lot of the femininity that our women have had to subside, had to rest, it had to, be ease, right? But then in these times, right, you had to heighten that and step up that masculine energy. So when you are protected, when you got somebody that got your back and that's going to say, it's time to throw hands or throw whatever we got to throw. You feel me? Throw them spiritual darts.
Yes.
You
Well,
can relax and you can rest when you know that you are protected, when you
yes.
know you are safe, and you know that the security is real and reinforced. So I feel that for sure. I got your back again, no matter what.
They,
So,
what do they call that when they take the head of the household, the man? They do this. They do the bucking. Is what they
oh, you
what.
talking about buck breaking?
Yes, that's what the
Yeah.
buck breaking is. But and women had to be hyper independent, and for femininity to exist, you have to take a black woman, out of her hyper independence because she's been used to having to take control, having to lead, how to take care of herself and other people from the age of time since they took us as slaves.
Exactly. 100%. Since they kidnapped us, right?
Yes.
The kidnappers. Listen, is 100% true. Let's see. Our last and final question. What does being a certified Bohemian mean to you and your body and in your lived experience?
We talked to everything about it. The incumbent of that is honoring ourselves, honoring complexity. It means allowing our intellectual ability, our creativity to exist, as well as our femininity to exist. So, and for me, certified Bohemian means building a life that is both rigorous, beautiful, freedom,
Come on.
and honoring all of our responsibility in that.
Yes, freedom. It brings me to B's song from Lemonade, Freedom, with Kendrick Lamar. You also talked about, I pick up certain words. You talked about complexities, right? And complexions. Also, another great plug, Rhapsody, which is one of my favorite MCs, FemCs. Shout out to Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Won a Grammy a couple seasons back. But Rhapsody was on that track with Kendrick for the title again, Complexions. And I would say that Rhapsody definitely gave Kendrick a run for his money on that song with her verse. But there's a lot of complexions and complexities in all of this, all of these different types of conversations, all of the ways that we are, in our being, in our existence, and our essence, right? So for me, certified Bohemian means it's like this beautiful mixture and combination of all those things, the duality, as we've talked about so much during this conversation, of the masculine energy, right? Of that feminine energy, merging all of those things together and realizing, hey, it's a circle of life that's connected, that's rooted. We're going to talk about Africa, baby. Okay. And also in America, too, because the folks are here as well, the Black folks, that's rooted, and that's all of us. So that's what that means to me, making sure that we remember all of the different times, right? The past, the present, and the future, everything together in a circle that never ends. One more time. So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
that, baby girl.
And that's the beauty of it. Of that is the beauty of the certified Bohemian experience, I would say. And I just wanted to echo off of that, making sure our people see themselves in STEM spaces, creative spaces, academic spaces, industry spaces, all of
Yes.
our activity, just being able to explore all of our interests and knowing that, again, our ancestors rooted us and gave us the strength to to conquer anything. So
Exactly.
in Minneapolis, we're gonna catch this dance, and we're gonna come out on top always.
Listen. Yep. Let's see. Um, yeah, we didn't really touch on that too much, but we can run it back. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Some of it will be edited too. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna run it back. Question 7: Name an instance where the world around you did not feel like it handled you responsibly. How did it make you feel, and how did you navigate in that season? So we're gonna run that one back. So feel free. Okay, that's gonna be the last one out to talk about the social media instance. You feel me? The attack
We want
on
to
Black women,
we want to
the
highlight.
attack on Black lives.
And then I'm sorry. Yeah. So I want you to, Jibreel, I want you to say it again, but
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we create space for you to share about that experience. But also, don't feel like you have to. If you don't want to touch on it, we don't have to. But I just want to make sure you feel supported to talk about it if you need to.
Thank you. I appreciate that. When it came to that question, I did say that because it's going to be stamped in time, it'll be something that many of our people will look back on. I wanted to keep it abstract, so
Okay,
I know.
Okay.
cool. Great.
Yeah, so I just came at it from
Cool.
a point of drowning out noise, but also
Okay. There we go. Okay,
No,
I see
it's
that.
cool, perfect. I just wanted to make sure you felt.
yes, I do feel very held. It's not something that I want to give any of our platforms to that.
That's beautiful. I wanted to make sure yeah, there's so much to you,
As
and it's
I'm
been
heard.
beautiful to hear. What you say?
No, I feel heard. I feel very seen. So I thank you so much for just making sure that you double check in with me.
Okay. All right,
Good.
y'all do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
about to leave in a minute, but
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. So thank you. This has been great. What I love the most about this too, and I'll say this before we close and before we wrap, is it's been such a beautiful transition from the Bohemian Way IG live series. We were very intentional about really wanting to connect you and really hold space for you in this setting. And I think that we did it in such a beautiful way. So I'm happy that we were able to get you on and be able to provide that space again for you to be you and speak. This is not about scripts. Sure, we have questions. Okay, fine. We're always going to have those. We have something as this, these are the sticks, right? This is what the frame is going to be, but then we can jump in and out of those things and have a real conversation. And I hope that that's what this was like for you, because it's all about that realness, that rawness, and speaking on those things, standing on business. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
And also bringing that revolutionary spirit. And it's Black Future Month.
Yes,
You
exactly.
feel me? So
Exactly. Because of that, Black Future Month, and because this is such a prevalent episode for us, or just a moment in time for us, um, I I only wanted to speak about things that are aligned with me. You know, my creativity, my brand, the Nile brand, who I
yes, the
am.
Now brand.
Yes, who I am as a immigrant scholar, Black immigrant scholar, and just a public facing professionalism that that I am, just and even just as somebody that's navigating noise through grace. And so I wanted to answer. I hope I answered a lot of my questions
Yes, 100%.
from strength and not from a wound or any of that past trauma. So I'm a very reflective, I'm very intentional, I'm grounded, and most importantly, I'm a visionary when it comes
Yes,
to conversations and the
yes,
tone that we want to set for many other people. And I think about who my future self wants to show up as, most importantly. And so my future self is the one that's leading, most importantly, who's a thought leader, who's successful, and who validates me and the things that I currently do. So
exactly.
I just wanted to just echo off of my strengths and narrate that from a place of power and grace.
Yes, definitely power, definitely grace. And thank you for sharing that. I'm just going to put the mic down really quick just to give, you feel me, the
Yeah.
respect, that bow. And I appreciate it, right? In yoga, we close the practice typically with namaste. I close the practice with ashe. You feel me? And giving reverence and giving life and love and thanks and gratitude to the ancestors. So this was, again, everything that it needed to be. Thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to connect again outside of this space, outside of this platform, and to be able to continue to hold space for you and continue to hold you up, hold you down, protect you, secure you. You feel me? That's just not me. That's the ancestors doing that. And that's V, that's Diego, that's certified Bohemian. And that's what we are about. So, on that note, thank you. Much gratitude, peace, love, happiness, wellness, blessings, and of course, the dances, all of the